Hello everybody. Well, here we are going on the end of October, and I'm back in Greenwater, and we're going to try and pick up where we left off around here. There's some gifting that's been going on, you know, in between trips, in between campouts that hasn't been shared with you. So I'm going to go ahead and catch you up on that starting from back in September, I think. Not that I've been gifting every week. There have been several weeks that they've had to go without their pie and peanut butter and apples. Not that they've really missed the peanut butter, because while the fish were running, they didn't seem to be taking it anymore. Not just from our area, but from Lee and Debbie's too. But the fish have pretty much stopped running. A lot of carcasses out there, and yeah, they stink to high heaven, but I'm not really seeing any new live fish coming up anymore. So maybe they'll be more interested in the peanut butter now. So there has been a little bit of activity going on, you know, in between. The week after our last Barb and Gabby camp out in September, while I was sitting in the cabin one afternoon, I heard a huge whoop from outside, and that was followed by two more quick screams as it took off farther back out into the woods. And there's been a few nights that I've been in there and I've heard them out here making calls. I've heard rock clacks. I've heard all kinds of little signs that they're around, and I've felt kind of bad about it, because since we've been back from Bumping Lake, I've had a terrible cold that I'm still struggling with, and not wanting to share that with them. I've had a pie that was sitting on the counter for almost 2 weeks waiting to go out, and finally I got a new pie, and Sam went out with me yesterday and helped me restock now that I don't think I'm really contagious anymore, but still I tried not to handle any of it. But yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you some video clips from the past couple of months, and then we'll be all caught up, and hopefully I'll get back out in the woods and we'll have some new adventures to share pretty soon. Okay, so Sandy and I are out here. It is Sunday. We're restocking my gifting area. And as we are approaching, let me tell you first, we've already been there and we've seen what's there. That's when I decided to back up on the trail. I'm going to show you all of this as we found it. So you can see where they are over there. Here's the trail that we use as an approach. Right here we have what looks like two arrows. A small one and a big one. Right there. We also have an X right here. Yeah, this is just really something, what we're going to show you. While I'm right here, I'd like to point out that both this and this, both of these, are just propped up thing there. And there's our asterisk back in there that has changed shape. Anyway, we're going to move on. You can see over there my bucket is still hanging and the pie stuff is on the ground. That appears to be normal. But then you get up here where we walk up, and you can see there's been some changes. Okay, first you can see this stuff behind Gabby. She makes a better door than a window. Okay, so yeah, we've got this pile of stuff right here, which I believe must have snapped off of this tree on top of the stump, on top of the book. Right there. How's that for cool? Our glyph is knocked down. The bell's on the ground. Guess we can't really say for sure things are the way they used to be, because, well, there's a big tree on them now. So, yeah. And this here. Another thing I noticed when I first walked up is we made note a while back. Excuse me, Gabby. Come on. Hey, move. Come on. Look out, Gabby. Move. We made note of this pile of wood that was here by Gabby's little hole that she dug out. Well, now we have another one that's in there that has been added to the pile that now goes up into this tree here. I don't know if you see right there. It goes up. So that's growing. Pretty. Some sort of an imprint over here too, but I think. Really? Yeah. Okay, let's see what we got over there.
It's not long enough to be a foot, but it's some sort of an imprint.
Oh yeah. Definitely an impression there. Huh. So you can see this tree was standing. It's
Yeah.
was dead and rotten. It could have fallen on its own on top of the stump and book.
Has it been windy up here the last 2 weeks?
No. And even so, wind never hits down here at ground level.
And this is, oh, still standing.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's totally possible that fell by natural causes, but it's an awfully big coincidence.
That it's on the book.
Yeah, that it's not only across on that stump, but actually on top of the book. You know, that this does make the third dead tree that's been left here, either on top of a stump.
Did you just step there?
That could have been me. Could have been.
Okay.
But yeah, so when this was my gifting area before, this stump here had a dead tree laid across it. And just what, a month or so ago, we had that tree over there laid out over the log. And now this one. Very cool. Very cool. She's sure having fun, isn't she?
Get that stick. Get that stick, Gabby. Show them how it's done.
Yeah, this is a little torn up over here, but nothing that's recognizable. Gabby, don't walk on stuff. She just stepped on the lid of the pie, so we're going to have to take that into account. Okay, now this is another thing that I just think is so interesting. Is something like reeling the bucket up, because you can see how the rope comes over there, wraps around, goes back over, and then it's like wrapped around the little knobby thing right there, and then dangles over here, as though something up there was pulling it up and hooking it.
Would raccoons do that?
Boy, I don't know. I can't imagine they would. I just don't know.
So if I pull on this, it just gets tighter.
Yeah.
So it's not that, it's something.
Yeah.
Someone up there, sitting up there.
Yeah. Or they're just pulling on this and swinging it maybe would hook it. I just don't know. But this is what, the third time we found it like that now? Huh. And it's empty.
And so if we were a raccoon and they just got the pie out and it fell out, because what raccoon is going to carry it all the way down and then come back under here to drop off all of those containers?
Yeah, right.
That's not
They
gonna
would have to
happen.
lift it out and just drop it.
Yeah, so wouldn't we have pie everywhere?
You would think,
And it would just kind of splatter.
Yeah.
It's interesting that that's not the case.
Well, actually, you know, this, I think we left this stuff last week. Because the peanut butter was still in the bucket. Remember we came back?
Oh, so you never put another pie up there?
Yeah, remember we stocked it.
It's been
It's been 2 weeks. Yeah, I haven't been back. So remember,
you
yeah.
haven't.
So
Okay.
yeah, the only thing that was left was the pie. So maybe that's why they left the log, was because I haven't been back out here in 2 weeks. Because we were gone last weekend.
Yeah.
So we left this here. This was the pie. Remember I showed it all crumpled up. There was nothing left but the... Yeah, there was nothing left but the peanut butter in the bucket. Okay.
Okay.
So we are going to move this, but I got to get this. You can see that's actually underneath. So this was, the loop is held on underneath there.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got that done. Guess we'll have to just... There we go. Okay. So now I'm going to use this and pull this. I got to slack the rope, I guess, and then I'm going to try and hang this out farther up on the tree. Okay, so as you can see, we have shifted this farther out on the log, or branch, tree, I guess it is. So it's not only farther from the ground, it looked just like two Gabbies.
Where's these people?
I don't know. Okay, anyway, we've moved the bucket farther out. It's got a jar of peanut butter, apple pie, and 3 fresh apples. And we just had another dog that looked just like Gabby, just ran up the trail. She ran it off. We don't know where it came from, who it's with. I don't think anybody's coming. I think the dog probably swallowed Gabby's scent from the main trail. But I don't think we should ring the bell.
I don't think we should either. Have you seen another dog like that?
No, I have not. Oh, we're just going to set the bell back up here.
Your glyph.
The rocks are still there.
It's all messed up.
Huh. Well, let's just head on down.
Okay.
I didn't hear any voices. I didn't even hear the dog.
No, I just heard her.
I wonder if it wasn't really a dog. It was black on all fours.
Well,
Ran up,
weird.
played tag. It ran up. She went after it. It turned around and ran back. She came back and it didn't. So if I hadn't turned when I did, yeah. I didn't hear anybody call for a dog.
No, it's not.
It didn't bark.
Nope.
It's oh, look at this. This is really dug up here now. As though it paused here to dig. Oh my goodness. That wasn't like that when we came up.
No, we just walked through here. So look at that. All of this right here.
I wonder if it's
It
a
wasn't
lost dog.
A bear cub.
No, it wasn't a bear.
Okay.
It had long legs. That's interesting. All this is dug up.
This is probably Gabby's print in it,
Yeah.
but that's interesting.
It is, isn't it? And even here it looks a little torn up. Huh. Well, let's go out to the trail, see if there's anybody around. Gabby's doppelganger. Okay, Sandy and I have decided to come out and take a look at our last gifting area, the one that we abandoned a few months ago. We're just coming to check it out, and on the way we see this tree. Back up. How's that for an interesting break? What's cool about it is even though right here where it is freshly snapped back in this direction, if you look at where it's coming out of the ground, the tree was actually pushed in that direction and then it snapped back this way. You can see where the ground has separated here with freshly exposed roots and the stuff that was underneath there. That's interesting. Not brand new, but not really old either.
It's been quite a while since we've been here, since you moved it.
It has. And look at that. We got a leaning one there too. Huh. I don't remember that being like that. Huh. Hope they're not upset about no pies being here anymore.
I would be.
Buckets on the ground. Peanut butter jar lid is there. Oh look, the rope is flipped back over like it was before onto the other side. There's the label and the lid. Not seeing the jar. Huh. I got nothing to restock with right at the moment. Honey jar, I think it looks like. Let's see what's going on over here. No. That I heard right when I coughed. Yeah.
Every time I move.
I heard that one too. That was a whistle. I don't remember what was in here. Oh, it's a glass salad dressing jar. Oh. So, oh, this is the jar with your face on it.
Okay.
It's empty. And then there's another peanut butter lid here. I'm not seeing the jar to this anywhere though. That was another little whistle, you know. Hello? Anybody here today? Something just snapped out there. Did you hear a snap? I heard a snap. There's that whistle again. Gabby hears it too. Okay, so we have a jarless lid, and then we have your jar with its lid. Oh, here's the honey over here. Oh, goodness. This jar of honey has the flattened opening, just like that other one. A few little dents, a little bit of honey left in it. Look at that. So this is our second jar we've found where the mouthpiece is crushed like this. Looks like teeth marks. Cool. So you remember that jar we had with the flattened mouth? Look, still got a little watered down honey in it.
Oh, is that a different one?
It's a different one. Yeah.
Somebody's sucking on it like
I know. It's smiling at us.
So,
Yeah, it's kind of a mess. It still actually has a little honey in it. But I'm going to take it. Somebody requested the last jar, somebody who's working on teeth prints.
really?
And I couldn't find it. I think it got into the bag that just got thrown in the garbage.
Oh, no.
So now I'm happy to know that we have another. Hello? I swear I can hear something moving over there. Look here. There's a little A right there. On the ground. Okay. This is how we're leaving the bucket. Sorry I don't have any apples. And there's a squirrel making Gabby nuts. He's a cute little guy. Okay, Gabby and I are out for our morning walk before we have to go to work, and we decided to stop by our gifting area. We just stocked it last night, so we thought we'd come and see if anybody's been here, and they have. Here you can see our glyph is messed up a little. The bell is knocked over. The honey bottle is knocked over, but it's not taken. There's not actually anything missing from here. And this is the little structure that we have at the base of the stump. Also, if you look over here, the little pink rock on the log is still there. And our bucket has been hit. Our jar of peanut butter is here on the ground, but not opened. I didn't have any apples, here's the bottom of our pie right down there. Not seeing the lid anywhere. And we have the tin right over here. Not too crunched. A little pie on the bottom. No visible fingerprints, but it is a little messy. And all cleaned out. So we're going to go ahead and just leave everything the way that it is, except I'm going to put the peanut butter back in the bucket. And then we'll get back out here and check on things again as soon as we can. Okay, so it's been a while since I was here. I believe Sandy and I were here last. We got the ball on the ground. That's and some of the sticks are down. Other than that, maybe the bell's knocked over. I don't even remember what it was like when we were out here last. It's been a few weeks. We were gone doing bumping lake stuff and having our last Barb and Gabby camp out, and I got back and then I was sick. So now today Sam's out here with me. We're finally going to get stuff restocked. So we've got our pie tin, which I believe we left the last time we were here. And the lid and the bottom down there. And our bucket's still hanging. Tree is still there.
Peanut butter's still there.
Peanut butter's still in it? Oh, that's right. When we were here last, it was during fish season, and nobody's peanut butter was getting taken anymore.
Still sealed.
Huh, okay.
Okay, so, yeah. We'll just leave it, I guess, or put it in the pie. Or put it back. You know.
Okay. Yeah, remember we discussed this during our last Barb and Gabby camp out, that even Lee and Debbie, their peanut butter wasn't being taken. Oh, Gabby!
Well, that was no, and that was the same problem too, not only here, but also when up at the Huckleberry Creek area.
Yeah.
Where, even in where we were camping and things like that, they weren't picking anybody's peanut butter up there either, because there's plenty of salmon up in the different parts here. So.
Yep. Okay,
I'm assuming that that's just about over. They're going to be wanting peanut butter pretty soon.
Yeah, the stench is getting pretty bad, and I was looking off the bridge today, and I'm not seeing any new fish coming up.
Okay. Yeah.
So, yeah. Yeah, they're going to be running out of those to eat pretty soon. So, and mushrooms too. I haven't really seen many mushrooms this year, but... All right, well, I guess we're going to have to loosen the rope so we can refill it now.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
6 foot, okay, so about 6.5 feet.
Yeah, well, I don't want it too close to the branch up there because I want raccoons to be able to just dangle down and reach it. And, you know, it is low enough an elk could jump up there, but... Yeah, they're not really a concern. If they come through and it's taken, then, you know, we know that they leave pretty clear hoof marks. So, anyway, we got the old jar of peanut butter we put back in there, fresh apple pie and 2 organic apples. And we're going to go put the honey and the other apple over on the stump.
Okay, here we go. I guess just any place right here.
Yeah, that's good.
And then we got a nice big thing of honey.
Cool.
Perfect.
I'll ring the bell so they'll know there's fresh stuff here. They probably haven't heard this for a while. Look, we're being circled. There was a huge raven. Just flew out over us, circled back around over the top of us.
Just circled?
And and then took off that way.
Huh. The messenger.
Yeah. Yeah.
You ever thought about the Sasquatch having trained birds? Hear that?
Yeah, see, there he is.
I honestly believe he's trained birds.
Yeah.
Just like.
Well, you remember when we were up at our June camp out, that big raven that was eyeballing us and going back and forth talking the whole time we were there? Mm-hmm. Yep.
And there's one that if you come up this trail all the time, he squawks like something fierce.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he just like goes in a panic attack.
Well, you got to figure if they can remotely view through our eyes, if they can get into our minds just to see things, yeah, they can, yeah, just
I know.
Get a
Yeah,
bird's eye view of what's going on.
Think about those things, the possibilities. I mean, then you start to see how it's easy. They could have eyes behind their heads. They don't need eyes behind their heads. They got them through the animals, and they just simply, telepathy or whatever. They communicate with the animals, whatever they use to connect with them.
Yeah.
And they can see everything.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. You know, they can probably, you know, different degrees of information, you know, from just looking directly, seeing through their eyes.
Yep.
To actually communicating with these creatures, and you know, that's another thing that I've heard is when they mimic, when they're mimicking these birds and other animals in the forest, that they not only are imitating the sound,
they're
but
probably talking to them in their language.
Having lived their entire lives out here, they understand the meaning of that sound that the bird is making, you know, that's behind it, and when they use it, they're actually speaking that language. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
So. Pretty cool.
Yeah, we would be considered a lousy species to imitate.
We would.
So.
Too many words.
Yeah, way too many words.
Cool.